Guys, I'm Master RKO, and today we are bringing you another Advanced Warfare tips and tricks. That is right. And today we are actually on Ascend. We are playing Capture the Flag. And, there's been some problems lately with Capture the Flag. So hopefully on this map we can get this going a little bit better. Hope we can, and I hope it helps you guys out as well. So we're here on Ascend, and we're on Capture the Flag because this is the only game mode that it's played competitively. So, that's a thing as well.
Capture and defend the flags.
Now, I actually want to start off with a couple things. Main thing for Capture the Flag on Ascend is really the how to play Capture the Flag. Now, because Capture the Flag is the way it is, and the spawn points are so messed up, the main way to play Capture the Flag is either have all 4 people come in and then just basically win 2 sets of gunfights for team fights, or have 1 person go in and then have the 3 people stay back. So what I'm going to show you here is a couple places to sit to kind of affect these spawn points. So if you're running in and Capture the Flag, if you're on this side or on that side, it's going to be the same way. You want to control this middle area. So you have 3 people in here, so if you have 1 person that can do this, I mean, this is rarely going to be the way you set up, but this is just like your ideal situation. So if 4 people are down, this is what you want to do. So if you have 1 person running in, you're going to want someone either here, in this area right here, or on the other side around here on the benches as well, or somewhere on this side. So one of those 2 spots. They can even be kind of underground, but it won't help if you're too far underground. So if you're around this area, that'll help as well if you want to do that. You also need someone in lights around this area. They can push up a little bit, but if you push up to around here, they're going to spawn maze because of the way it is. So you really want to have them around in this area if you can watch, and then once they spawn up, you can kind of push out. And then the last place that you want people to be is in tunnels. Now, some people call it domes, some people call it tunnels. I go back and forth. But you want someone in here, or at least on one of the 2 sides. Depending on the side that you're on is the side that the other people will spawn on, because they're going to spawn in here regardless. So if you have someone in that middle area and in lights, they're going to spawn on this side. But if you have someone in here, they're going to spawn in their base. That's your ideal set. So we're going to look at the mini-map one more time. As you can see, I'm in dome, so you want someone there. You want someone dead center of the map where those 3 buildings are, and then on the very right side directly beside them, you want someone there as well. If you have 3 people there and you pull the flag, then as you pull the flag and get out, if people are still dead, they're going to spawn in their base. More than likely, they're going to spawn down on the bottom of that ramp or back in these corners, and it's going to help you out. You're going to have an easy cap, and you can set up rallies that easy way and have people come around. And on the same side, it's the exact same thing. If you're on this side, but on this side you want to be more towards this side, because it's a little bit longer to get to the flag. So you want to be more towards these areas. So if you're on this side, you want to be around in here, as well as same thing for end dome. You want to be more towards that end, and then on this side you want to be over there, or at least back in there. That'll help as well. And the same thing if you pull this side, they're either going to spawn in that building, or back on this side, or in the back. If you don't do that, then they're going to spawn in either lights or dome, and then that's going to be the big problem. So the other thing that can happen in Capture the Flag, like I was just saying, when you pull the flag, if you don't have that set up, another thing to do is actually watch the watch spawn points. Now, when Capture the Flag first came out, everyone kind of played Capture the Flag the way it used to play, and it was basically, play it strategy, get map control, and you have easy runs. But the thing about it is, because the spawn points are the way they are, you can't really do that. So when you begin a CTF, you can't really have the mindset of, how are we playing this? How do we play this side? Because really, you never know. It just depends on where the spawns are. So if you're here, and you really want to pay attention to where your people are, because basically what you can do is, if you're pulling the flag, and the other people are there, you can play to your spawn or in their area. So running it down the middle is a strategy that you can do if you have players that you trust 100% that can get those kills, or you have those teammates that are just like, yeah, we're monsters, so whatever. So if people are spawning dome, so if your teammates are spawning lights, you're pulling the flag, you can bring it to this side, mainly because the only way they're going to shoot you is if they come here, or if they run all the way to the end because you have this cover. So when your teammates are coming from lights, you can just have them come up, have one peek this side, have one kind of peek this side and watch, and then have the last person kind of you can either one, have them wrap back and watch for the OE, or you can have them wrap the other way to get the flagpole as well, and you can kind of set up that way, and then you come back here and return it. Now, if you're wrapping it dome on the other side, it's not as easy because you have the underground routes as well, which is why I'm going to show you a couple awesome routes that you can run. So if you're going to pull it dome side, there's a bunch of things you can do, but if you're pulling it lights, but if you're pulling it dome, they're going to be spawning lights. That's what I meant to say. Which means that there's a couple ways that they can come at you. I doubt they'll come from behind, but if they do, you can kind of worry about that. Otherwise, they're going to be coming from down here, which you can usually have someone watch, or they're coming from up top, which they actually usually push, which is something that you overly need to watch. So if you're in fact over here, you can have someone kind of watch these two areas, but most of the time if you're pulling a dome, they're going to be wrapping all the way around. So you're going to be pulling it back through here, and they're going to be wrapping through maze, which is a little bit of a hassle, but at the same time, you know, it's a bit of a challenge for CTF in general. Now, a couple of the routes that you can do, like I was saying, you can use underground to your advantage very, very well, but again, you need to be watching spawns. So basically what you can do, what I like to do anyways, when you're starting out, you can just immediately duck it underground. Now, ducking it underground, you can do two things. So we're right here, we're underground. So if we're looking at the minimap, you see, hey, they're spawning dome. You can either, one, just run it through here and pop out here, or sometimes you can get an unlucky spawn because you're back here and your team's trying to spawn with you. They can spawn a little bit towards mid, so if you want to, you can just pop back out and hop through here and get ready. Or if you want to completely juke them out, you can hop down here and then pop out through dome and then kind of do like a little wrap around and then come through the end of tunnels, which is a really good thing to do. Another major play, which this is a big one, I've gotten a couple caps in ranked play this way. So if you're playing ranked and you need a quick juke out, this is a good one. If you're running this way, because you know there's mid right here, so you can actually come back here, and instead of putting it there, you can just pop out through mid, and then you're in between both sides. Now, it's kind of risky because, you know, you're pulling it back towards the people, but if you pop through here, come back, they spawn through dome, they run over your head into lights because they think you're going that way. You can kind of just quickly pop out here and maybe get away with it, because if you can get up to here, you're pretty much home free. So, or maybe you can get a couple kills because they're going to be spawning dome. So they're going to be rushing through here, trying to find you. They're like, oh, where'd he go? He's in lights. You can just pop up behind him, get a few kills, and then take off. Which I actually saw, I want to say it was, I don't remember who it was, at the Season 1 MLG Championships. Someone actually came through here. They came around. People were chasing him, and he actually jumped around, ducked back through here, and circled around. So benches can actually be a lot more useful than normal, and because this guy is probably getting on your nerves as much as he is mine, I'm going to capture this so he can stop saying get it to our base, because I realize that now. So that's a thing too, as well as you can do it on the other side. This one's a little bit more convenient, I guess, because it's on the ground floor. You can actually bring it over here, and then you have two routes you can run, which is why this side's a little bit more convenient. You can either take it under or take it over. You can do the same thing from the other side, but people usually guess by then. On this side, you could kind of take it under and then do the exact same thing. You can either pop it back out, fall off the map like I did and completely choke, or you can take it underneath and do the whole thing like I was talking about again. Now, what underground can really be used for if you're on defense is if you think you know where the flag's going to be pulled. Now, let's say we spawned here in dome, as you can see. So if someone's pulling there, you can come under here and kind of guess. So if you think they're spawning up there, spawning on the other side, you can kind of pop over here, quickly fall off the map again, choke, lose, go home and cry. or you can hop up and kill them and get the kill like I'll never do. Um, so anyways, there's only a couple more things. These turrets can be used really, really well if you get a care package. That's just for public matches though, so that's not really a major thing. As well as there's a couple little spots that you can hide if you want to watch someone. You can hop up on these, wait for people to run by, as well as being up here is a big thing. But one spot that I want to show you guys, people use it. I don't like using it because you're in the open, and if someone has a bow, they're just going to take you out. But you can actually get up on this crane here, and then I'm not too sure, but I'm pretty sure you can fall off the map again. So, man, I'm not doing too well at this. I practiced that jump earlier, and I managed to stick it somewhere, but I don't remember where. That's what he said. But you can parkour up these if you need to. I don't know why I just captured that, but I want to say that you can. No, you can't. Okay, so I saved that. So you actually can't get up on top of that. There is a ladder here that you can use, and there's a path back there, but you really can't get up anywhere back here, which is why it's not the best play to use. If you come up here, someone has a bow, they can shoot you from mid, but it is kind of a place if you want to do one of these, because I've done this where I've just been like, oh, okay, and then, so that's kind of an escape route, I guess, because you can come wrap it back around, so that's kind of your escape route on that side. Other side's escape route is kind of similar, so I'm not really going to go over it. It's just up on top of that building, but people go up there all the time. But honestly, out of all the maps, this map is pretty bland of a map. There's no real super duper like interesting spots. I mean, yeah, you can jump up here and and do all that stuff. But there's really no super special spots. There is like an Easter egg thing here that you can see a giant robot, but other than that, if you want to do the robot, you need a Goliath suit and a something else. You need some kind of a I think you need a Goliath suit and something else, and then you can see that there. But that's all you need. The tram turrets up and a Goliath suit, and then something will appear there. I'm not going to go any farther into that. If you want to try it, you can go for it. But the last thing that you can really do is use this as a thing. I mean, we've seen people use it. I mean, using your backdash is a really cool thing to do here. If you stop on a dime and then just hop up, go back and shoot someone, it could be useful. Kind of do the same thing over here as well. This is, as everyone knows from the trailer, you can use this a lot. But anyways, that's actually going to do it for me. I really wish there was more to this map. There really isn't. Like I said, it's a pretty bland of a map. I mean, it's a beautiful map. I wish there was more maps that were like in the dark and the rain like this, because I love those types of super sneaky, not knowing where people are maps. Like when they made the uplink, the map uplink for Black Ops 2, when it was a remix of or a remake of Summit, and it was really rainy and dark. I love these types of maps. But I mean, it's linear. There's really no major spots about it. I mean, it's just not that like overly special of a map, I guess. I mean, it's got a bunch of lanes, and it's kind of your main 3-lane kind of map. There's only a couple more that are actually like that, but that's a thing as well. But actually, before I go, I actually want to mention something to you guys. There is a guy that I play with. He goes by the Sexy Mexi Pimp. He actually had an amazing play here on Ascend CTF. I will link that video in the description. I want you guys to click that link and go watch it. It is insane. I'll kind of describe it to you guys here, and you guys can see it for yourself. He made the whole entire gameplay of the actual game itself on his channel. So I'll link the video, and then you can check out the rest of his channel and subscribe over there as well. But it was basically, he had the flag. I'm pretty sure he was running down this side or maybe the other side. It might have been this side actually. He had a an exo shield, and he was running here, and someone started shooting him, and he just whips around, blocks it with an exo shield, and then I think either him or someone else actually killed the guy. So he blocks the dude shooting him with an exo shield, and then turns around and manages to get the flag cap. It was one of the most amazing plays that I've seen. I'm glad I actually saw it when it happened live. It was fantastic. I was dead and I saw it on his feed while he was playing. It was a great play. You guys should go over there, watch the whole gameplay. The gameplay itself is really, really cool, but that play that he made was just so epic. It's just something that you don't really see too often in Advanced Warfare, those super clutch plays that people just make out of nowhere, and it's just something that, you know, reaction time over the years of playing just gave him the chance to just 180 exo shield and dip away for the flag cap. So I'll leave that actual in the description for you to click on and see. I can't wait for you guys to actually see that. I may even share it on Twitter for you guys to see that as well. So go over there, watch that video, subscribe to his channel. But before you do that, click a like on this video, leave a favorite, and subscribe to this channel so that way you can see some epic plays and learn some more epic things about some of these maps, some more tips as well. And like I always say before, if you want to see more maps, or if there's any map that you want broken down even more, maybe there's something that you need help with, or a game type, game mode, or a map itself, or maybe all three at the same time, leave that in the comments. I can help you out any way that you need. You can @ me at Twitter as well. Follow me on Twitch if you need to, and get at me with those maps and those tips, or any kind of things that you need help with. And yeah, so that's going to be fantastic. I can't wait to see what kind of things come out and which map I do next. So as always, I will see you guys next time. I'm Master RKO. Adios.